Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express on SABC3. Now, remember those days as a kid going to those fun fairs, enjoying lovely big balls of cotton candy, you know, made in those big tumble dryer-like machines. But apparently, you don't need those. You can actually do it at home. You could make your own cotton candy. Our food editor and chef, resident chef, Caitlin William, how are you doing?
Good, and you? Today we're getting in touch with our inner child.
Yeah, this is very adventurous. I never ever thought that you could actually make cotton candy.
Yeah, so we're going to see if we can get this right on live television.
Yeah, so, okay, what do we need to make this?
Okay, so it's very simple. Sugar cookery, a lot of people are scared of.
Why is that?
Because, you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, and obviously it's a little bit on the dangerous side. So, you know, you should be very careful. Should always have a bowl of ice water nearby, just in case. You never know. But, you know, candy floss, it's done in those big machines, and the way they get it so fine and so beautifully silky and melts in the mouth is that it's like a centrifugal force that spins the sugar. So you get these really, really fine threads. So we're going to do the best that we can today and do what we call sponge sugar, which is the chef's version of...
Sponge sugar. Okay, cool.
Sponge sugar.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you spun sugar.
Sponge. Yeah. Oh, all right. I was thinking sponge bob. Yeah. Sponge sugar. Spun.
So, yeah, this is very, very fine. So we're gonna try our best with that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so when you're working with sugar, it's very important to have a very, very clean pot. So we've got just stainless steel here, and then in here is going to go some sugar.
All right. So is that any kind of specific sugar?
Today we're using the Selati organic white sugar.
Organic white sugar.
And you should use white sugar because it gives you a nice, clear sort of consistency, crystal clear, beautiful colour.
And then you can also just colour it to your heart's delight, make it.
And then we've got some water.
Sorry, there goes.
You can eat that.
Oh, is it edible?
Yeah, collateral damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then we've got some water that we're going to add. And it's important to obviously just monitor the heat. You first want to dissolve the sugar.
Yes.
And then, so you can give that a stir for me.
I will do that while I enjoy my... So do you call it cotton candy or candy floss? Because people have...
The Americans call it cotton candy, so yeah.
And we call it candy floss at home?
Yeah.
In Afrikaans, spookasem.
I've got 3 pots of sugar here going on here, so... Okay, so the key here is to stir it until the sugar is dissolved.
Well, it's not happening quite yet.
So, because often what happens is people start boiling the sugar before the sugar crystals have dissolved. And then what happens is when the crystals are... So if you can imagine a pot of boiling with the sugar crystals, they bump into each other. And then they attach to each other. And then it creates like a solid mess.
This is sounding a bit of a science lesson.
It is scientific. Yeah, it is.
All right.
So, and then what we do usually with when we're making a sugar is you brush down the sides of your pot just to make sure that all the little crystals are gone.
All right. Okay, clearly you can see why this is dangerous.
Yeah, you need to be careful. It's not something that the kids can really help with, unfortunately.
Okay, so you've got to be careful.
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at, there we go, that's dissolved now. So now you can add glucose to this as well. The glucose just will stop it from crystallizing as well.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to boil it, and you're going to, until it goes a beautiful caramel color. And we're on our way to that here.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
It's almost gone like translucent.
Yeah, so let's do a swap over, like we do so well.
I'm letting her work with this because I'm just, you know...
Yeah, so
I can turn this into quite a disaster.
This is already gone, it's clear, but you can see it's thick, and it's about to caramelize. And that's the key to now when we do the spun sugar.
Yes.
Is it's really nice, thick and viscous, and then just before it sets, then you work it up and down with a fork.
Let's do that. That's the exciting bit of it. And of course, if you want to get this recipe or the ingredients and the method of making this whole thing sent to you, send an SMS with the keyword sugar to 33728.
Okay, sorry.
And we'll have that. Yes.
So what I've done here is I've quickly just doused it in some cold water.
Alrighty.
Just to
the big swap.
To cool it down a bit, and then.
So now the technique.
Yeah.
So you take 2
Let's
forks.
hope this works. Yes. So you can see it's already making like little.
Okay.
Okay, this is so now the key is to move very, very fast.
Wow, yes. Look at that.
See
It's already starting. It's like a spider web.
So obviously you can color it now, so you can make it blue. This is so much fun because you make such a mess.
You are a magician. Look at that.
And Yeah, you see the
And
little...
obviously very hot, so you got to be careful that it doesn't...
Yeah, just, you know, I must actually tell you a story. When I was 13 years old, I saw this in a magazine and I decided I was going to do it.
At
And
13?
I just asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, please can I try something in the kitchen? She's like, yeah, sure. And I tried this, made a horrible mess. There was caramel all over the floor. It was the worst trouble I ever got into, my mom. So you really need to, if you're going to do this, you need to lay like paper like this, and you really need to just make sure that you don't mess too much.
But it's part of the fun. It's all part of the
Yes,
fun.
okay, so
But
then
look at that.
you gather it together. So you carry on in this way. You gather it together,
Wow.
and there's some candy floss.
Look at that. It's almost like you could actually use this as decorations on your plate.
Yes, so later on we're going to be making cupcakes.
Yes.
With the candy floss on it.
And then have people eat it. Look at this. Very, very, very cool. SMS that keyword sugar to 33728 and you could get the technique and the method of how to make this. Fantastic.
Difficult?
Very, very easy. Very easy. Thank you very much. All right. Well, if you are suffering from what they call FOMO, the fear of missing out, don't worry. Lots happening this weekend and Liesl has the latest for you.